sounds so grumpy, doesn't he? So grumpy. G'day, this is Shay, and welcome back to Empyrion Galactic Survival. Look, I've just figured out how to look at myself. I don't know about the pink. I might have to just, I don't know. We may not do that. Okay, so what I want to do this episode is I want to talk to you about tech trees, and we're going to do a bit of mining, and we're going to set down the template for the base, which is going to go in this big space here. I got this thing, and I went and cut down a whole bunch of trees, and I found some other bits and pieces and survived the night with no getting killed, thank goodness. So what we're going to do, first of all, you see on the right hand side, there's add crafting materials, add fuel pack templates, and start production. I want to add the fuel pack template, and to do that, we're going to make a fuel pack. We're going to make sure that this stuff, Promethean pellets, is in our inventory, because that is what goes into the fuel pack. So we're going to do that. Actually going to make a couple. We'll make, say, 10, since it seems like there's nothing else that goes into that except for Promethean pellets, which is useful. Now have a look at all these: metal plate, metal pieces, control device, metal components, cables. All of these things will be used to make the items that will go into building our base, like the small generator and a small fuel tank and a large constructor. On the right hand side, they're all red, which means we don't have enough of those things in order to create them. There's also grayed out here, so we're going to have to do that. Okay, so tech trees. This is where we get into the nitty gritty of learning about stuff. When you press I, you get into player inventory, and you get tech trees, factions, PDA, and blueprints. Blueprints is so much fun. I've got a whole lot of stuff that I've downloaded from Steam. We'll get into that later. Okay, so tech trees, very, very important. You start off down here. Well, I've started off here at level 1. These are the things that I can research. Now, I only have 25 points. So what I want to do, the first thing I want to do is go and get myself an assault rifle. Seriously, the projectile pistol is not enough. I want to kick some alien butt by, that assault rifle is going to do that, right? And the other thing that we're going to need is the repair and remove tool. Very important, because once we place a block, if we want to remove it, then we need a tool to remove it, which is this one here. The other thing that I just love about designing and building is texture and symbol tool. So this is basically where we can change the textures of the blocks that we put down. I want to unlock work light, because when it gets dark, it gets pretty dark. So we want to do that. There's the hover vessel, miscellaneous. We want a cargo box. We're going to need an O2 station when we go traveling to other planets. The moment we're here in Akura and we don't need, we can put on our helmet, but we actually don't need it because we can breathe. If we're on another planet, we take off a helmet, we start to die. The air is not breathable. Luckily, the air is breathable on this planet, so we're alright. So with that done, tech trees, let's go and pop this oxygen generator down. It needs to go in the water. Obviously it uses the water to generate the oxygen. Let's stick it in this little area just here. Pressing home can turn it around so that it's facing the right way. And power O2 generator. We do this by selecting it, and these little Promethean packs, we can double click. Nope, not. Obviously not yet. We pop them in there, and we've got some Promethean packs. When we need to fill that up, the output items will have little O2 bottles will come out of that. Now the oxygen, it's very good to start that going as soon as possible, because you will need it when you are traveling, and it's good to start production as early as possible so you have a big enough supply. Now we only have 350 iron ingots. We are going to need some more. We have even less silicon. Silicon is used to make glass, which we'll need for the windows for a house. Not so important right now. We also need them for lights. So to make the small generator and the small fuel tank, we need the following items. There's quite a lot of things. As you can see, metal components, we need 12 for this one and 4 for that one. They're pretty important. So, metal components, how much is that? That's 10. We'll just do 20, shall we? We'll just do 20, so we've got some left over. Also, we're going to need some capacitor devices. The capacitor devices are these ones down here, and we need other items to go into them. So the electronics, So these ones, 3 of those, we need 3 cables and 5 metal components. I'm going to put some extra metal components in there, always good to have. And then we need a reactor core. The reactor core is this one. We're going to need a motor. To get a motor, we need more cables and more electronics. So more of those, and we're going to select that. It's red at the moment because we don't have enough cables, but we will have enough to make it once all these have been made. Now, the next one we need is control device. So the control device is here. How many did we need? We needed 3, I think. No, we needed 2. We also need electronics, computer. The computer you need control devices for. So we're going to chuck in a whole bunch of control devices here. We also need some cables and electronics, so we'll put some more electronics in there. Always good to get a good amount up before you go. I'm just going to raise these all up to 20 because having some left over is going to be pretty helpful. And the next on the list is, of course, to go mining. Now we are super lucky that we don't have to go very far. We have an iron deposit in our backyard. But unfortunately, it does also mean that we're going to have a great big hole in our backyard as well. I don't really know what to do with them. So, oh look, this guy, he's walking around. Don't walk into the tree. There's a tree there. Oh, silly. Ugh. He sounds so grumpy, doesn't he? So grumpy. How's my food doing? Let's have the steak before we go mining. Now, so the iron deposit, 100% ores left of 1,832. That's quite a few ores. So they're getting closer and closer and closer. So about 15, 13. Now I do slightly recommend going on an angle and sort of moving towards it this way. It's such a shame to ruin this beautiful green area, but I need my iron. I need my iron. So we're going to push it into this way. Now the reason I'm doing it on an angle is we need some way of getting out. I have in the past dug straight down and it's not so good. It's not a good idea to dig straight down. As you can imagine. I mean, we do have a jetpack to be able to fly out, but you actually want some way of getting out without having to use your jetpack too much because it can get a little frustrating. So, oops, we're going a bit far down. We need to go this way a little more. Sort of in the direction of the iron this way. We should be hitting it soonish. Now we have our little cave. Okay, that looks about it. We can get out of here now. What is this? This is crushed stone. We will need crushed stone for various things. Look at that, so much easier to get out. Okay, so the sun is on its way down in a couple of minutes. One of the interesting things about spawning in a tropical forest is there's lots of sound effects. Monkeys? Can't really see any monkeys. And also dogs, like fighting dogs or something, which is a little bit strange. Okay, so it's becoming nighttime. We're going to go back to the survival constructor and grab the core and pop down a couple of steel blocks so that we can shelter ourselves during the night. Okay, now we are constructing steel blocks. Here is the iron that we collected, and we've also got some crushed stone. Crushed stone can be used to make rock dust. You actually need 5 to be able to do that, but rock dust is good for making cement. And the items in order to make a growing plot, which can only be made with the kitchen. We'll get there later. So we've popped a whole lot of iron ore in here. Let's make some iron ingots. I don't know how many ingots you get per rock. That'll be something we'll probably find out at a later date. Okay, so it's getting dark. It's getting very dark. First of all, I realized we've got to find some edible plants. I can't see any edible plants here, and it is going to get nighttime very soon. We're going to have some aliens kick our butts soon, so this is not an edible plant. This is probably medicinal. Does that tick that off? No. We need to find aloe vera, and I don't think there is any aloe vera in this area. I scouted around before. I kind of want to do this before completing the option for setting the base down, but there isn't any in this area, so it's a little bit frustrating. I'd like to complete that task before going on to the next one. What does it mean to find edible plants? Edible plants would be a corn dog and medicinal plants would be aloe vera, neither of which I can find right now. And it's getting darker and darker, and it could possibly be that those drones over there will come straight for us if we don't find cover. We can shoot them down, but we don't actually have very much ammo, so that could be a bit of a problem. So I can't find any aloe vera around here. We aren't going to be able to complete those options up there on the right hand side, but I want to build this base ASAP, so let's go do that. Okay, in the middle is somewhere nice, possibly around about here. Aha, we've created the new base, and now we're going to put a few blocks just around the outside in order to cover us over. I know, right? You can't see anything. Let's go back to the survival constructor and just grab the lights. Where's the working light? Oh, what have we got so far? We've got some more of that, and we got some more iron. So let's get constructing some of these. Metal pieces, control devices, pipes, metal components, cables, glass plates, electronics, motor, and we'll just do 5 capacitor devices for now. Oh, it is so dark! It is so very, very dark. I hope you guys can see this. There we go. There's our base. We're going to stick this just here. Make sure it's round the right way so we get some light going. Okay, we're going to stick one on this side and one over here and jump up. Oops, we need our jetpack on. Kind of not fun to be building base this late at night when it's so dark. But this is just so that we can survive one night. Okay, there we go. We have a tiny little base, even though it's not very big. Oh, is there a space up here? No. No, it's all enclosed. So if we do start getting bombarded by the dudes over there, the cannon and everything, then at least we have shelter and we can shoot from this little area just here. Okay, so the night is about 10 hours away. The sun is not going to rise for that time. If something happens, I'll bring you back, but hopefully we can just hang out here and chill. Good morning, good morning. It is daytime, and this is what we made last night. Look at that. It kind of sucks, you know. It's not good enough. It's not good enough. I deserve and I want something better. So we're going to run over here and some of the things... Oh, my jetpack was already off. Oh, look, we've got raw meat in here. We're going to have to make that into something. It's going to perish in 5 minutes. So we should probably do something with that. Okay, we've got a whole lot of stuff here. What the heck am I doing? I have no idea what I'm doing. I actually know what I'm doing, but what am I doing next? First of all, we're going to make an assault rifle so we can kick some serious alien ass. Bum, butt, bottom thing. You know what I mean? And we also need to make a remove and repair tool. That is very important because I want to pull that thing down and rebuild to something more stylish, because Shay deserves something stylish or whatever. Okay, this drill charge we don't actually need right now because the drill's in here. It's not actually in my inventory. The sugarcane, I can't eat that. The cobra leaves, I can't eat that. It's also going to perish. Need to keep the bullets. What kind of bullets do we use for this assault rifle? We need 5.8mm bullets. So, let's go here. We've got 10 of those bullets. Where did that... The rifle has gone there. Let me stick that up in the first position. We're not going to need the chainsaw right now. Or the drill. Put those back in here. We're going to make the rest of our base, and that means making a small generator and a small fuel tank. We're going to go ahead and make that small fuel tank now. That is very important. We also want to make a large constructor so we can start constructing the other things that we need. The only thing we need for the large constructor is a computer, so I'm going to do 2 computers. We need a control device, metal components. I hope I've got enough stuff in here. I'm pretty sure I do. Okay, 2 computers. Then we can go ahead and make the large constructor. I'll put that in. It's red, but it will stop being red by the time I've made the 2 computers, if you know what I mean. And the last thing we need is a small generator. We need a reactor core and 2 more computers. More. Okay, so reactor core, I hope we can make 2 of those. Let's just go ahead and make 2 of those. Now, I didn't. Did I drill F and F? I didn't get any charges for it. Darn! Here we go. We'll just put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in there. That should last us a little time. Now I have all these things and we're going to have to wait until they're all done before we can get the R&R charge. No worries. We've got lots of time to do stuff, don't we? So, on the right hand side, last night we were trying to find edible plants and medical plants. And I couldn't find any, which is very frustrating. So we're going to go over there and see if we can find any. And say hello to the native wildlife. Hello, baby dinosaur, you're sliding down. Sliding down, he's not going to attack me. This guy, you look like Petrie. You got no legs, no hands, no arms. Well, how do you eat stuff? You can't hold things. You've only got 2 legs. It's like a cross between a bird and something else. And this guy here is fiber. We need to pick up fiber because fiber is used to make bandages, which is good for when you get hurt. I'm going to go over there and we're going to see if we can find some medical plants and edible plants. I found some. Here is aloe vera. Ta-da! Find medical plants completed. Edible food. Where do we find edible food? Apart from the animals. Aha! Down here. Corn dogs. Corn dogs. Oh my god, that was the worst laugh ever. The worst. Well, here's some more fiber. And now we have the small generator and we are ready to build our base, which is going to be in the next episode, which is going to be so exciting because look at that thing. It is kind of annoying. It's too small. I want a big base and I'm going to build little trees out to little things, sections out to each side. And on each side is going to be represented by like food or like a spaceport, a health center, that kind of thing. So we're going to get building in the next episode. And the episode after that, we're going to go and attack those drones and the MS Titan. So thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate your support. And I'm really excited about building a vessel so that I can fly to the moon. There's the moon. The moon. To the moon. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time in Empyrion Galactic Survival.